Hello everyone, odedex here, welcome to episode 107 of my simple let's play. In case you're looking at my storage room and asking yourself what the hell is going on, you probably missed my previous episode. Yeah, I changed my entire storage system to applied logistics, and this is the way it looks. The only thing that I haven't changed are all the inventories that contain a lot of high count but low value materials, basically all the building materials and coal, because just I have a ton of coal. Are still kept in barrels, however this is going to change this episode. One quick thing before starting, I did change, in the configuration options I did change B particles. So there are no more B particles in my game because I don't know if this will help, but I was encountering too many problems with low FPS and some game lag, and hopefully that will help remedy that. So far it seems to be slightly better, just a couple more FPS, just a couple more for the time being, but we'll see how it turns out to be. For now it's fine, but don't expect to see any more B particles anymore. Alright, let's get started. So, what I want to do today is set a system that will help me keep storage of all of those basic materials in my applied logistics system. However, I still want to maintain that higher limit item count. I mean, I most likely will never hit, for example, 1000 stacks of diamonds. I don't worry about that, but it's highly likely that I'm gonna hit a high ceiling cap of cobblestone or dirt or sand, because you can see I'm already there basically. I'm here. This is the cap. And I don't want to overload my system with those kind of materials, and there is actually a way to do that. There is a specific way, a specific item in applied logistics, which is called ME level emitter. Now, in theory I know how it works, but what it can actually do, I don't really know. So let's build one and see what it does. Okay, so I got everything that I need, and we can get started. So it's a very basic thing to build, pretty much. Just require 2 iron ingots, a redstone torch, this basic processor, and an ME cable. And I brought materials for 23 apparently, but let's just build one. I'm going to need more, but let's just build one to begin with. Alright, so just like any other thing, you can simply connect it to your network, but the way it works, you can see it sends out a redstone signal. I can rotate that redstone signal to where it directs within that block area. And from what I understand, it has some issues with blue alloy wire, but overall it should be fine. Alright, so let's say it's connected like this. It will send the redstone signal to this direction. When will it send the redstone signal? So let's start testing it out. Let's say I want to send the redstone signal the moment I've got 2000 stacks of cobblestone. How much cobblestone is that? Emit when levels are above limit, and emit when levels are below limit. Alright. And you basically can type in a number. Let's actually get the exact number to calculate. Say 64 times 1024 times 2. That's a large number, 131072. And yeah, basically that's pretty much it. It's a lot simpler than I thought it would be. So basically you give it a number, and the moment you breach that number, it sends a redstone signal. Now what I'm gonna do with the redstone signal, that's something that I'm gonna deal with later. But okay, let's get rid of this number. This is quite irrelevant for now. So right now my system has no cobblestone whatsoever, so it doesn't emit the redstone signal because I'm not above 1 cobblestone. However, if I throw 1 cobblestone in here, redstone signal went up. Actually, it's either 1 or above. This description is a little bit misleading. It says when levels are above limit, it's when above or the same. Okay, so now it doesn't emit the redstone signal. If I drop a cobblestone inside, it reaches the limit of 2 cobblestone blocks and it emits a redstone signal. Now, what do I do with that redstone signal? So the plan is to basically use something like this. I'm going to need now a lot of things. I'm going to need an ME export bus. And for that ME export bus, I'm going to need ME cable, interface, iron ingot, and a piston. I'm going to make 8 of those. just to keep that nice number of 8. And let's also make 7 more of those. And okay, so to create it, I'm gonna need where is it? The export bus. I'm gonna need 8 of those, so that means 8 of those. I need some more iron, some more redstone, and some more quartz. Iron, quartz, and redstone. Export bus, this thing, 8 of those. Probably gonna need a piston. Well, not probably, I'm going to need a piston. And some glass. I was cooking some glass previously. It got stored in here already. And let's make it. So an export bus, this 8, and export bus, this 8. Nice. Now the way this works, this is basically just the opposite of the import bus. It simply export things out of the system. Now right now it doesn't do anything because it has no configuration whatsoever. However, if I right click it, I can tell that to, instead of being okay, like this. So in terms of redstone reactivity, it will, at the moment there is a redstone signal, it will be active. It will send out a stack at a time, and it will send out, say, 1 cobblestone. Okay, no, it sends out 1 item at a time. Okay, so now how will it work? If I connect the level emitter right here, like this, if I have, say, 5 or more cobblestone in my network, send a redstone signal. Now you can now start to understand how it works. So if I start dumping some cobblestone in here, so where you got 3, 4, 5. Okay, apparently I'm going to need some adjacent inventory, otherwise it doesn't work. So let's get one. That's actually a good test. So place that. No, let's have something more visual. Let's get the relay, which I'm actually gonna use anyway. Okay, so if I have the relay here, nope, here, there you go. You can see it starts spitting out cobblestone. So let's see it happen again. So if I dump some more cobblestone in here, it reaches the limit, the rest of the signal goes out, and it emits the cobblestone. And I can already start to understand how my new ceiling level is going to get. You can see if I suddenly get a stack inside, it simply starts dumping the cobblestone out. And there you go. This is the most basic of what I'm going to do with replacing this thing. However, quickly before doing any of that, I'm going to need to expand my inventory space. Right now my 60k is basically at the cap, and my 64k is two-third way to reaching the cap, but adding so many items that I have right here, I'm definitely going to reach the cap. So let me quickly build some more data disks off screen. Probably, yeah, I'm going to build one more 64k. I'm going to do this off screen, so be right back. Okay, so just before creating the 64k storage, I'm noticing that I'm having a slight problem with quartz. I'm having just slightly less than enough than what I need. So what I'm going to do is use some of those crisscrossing recipes that Applied Energistics gives you, which is either transfer 1 quartz crystal into 4 dust, or 4 dust into 1 crystal. Obviously I'm going to pick the latter. So let's go for 5 more quartz crystals. This will give me exactly 109, and it's gonna leave me with exactly 1 remaining quartz crystal. So this 64k is gonna pretty much deplete my entire quartz storage, but in order to keep advancing in building the system, it's something that I'm gonna simply have to do. And again, it's something, the moment you build that 64k, it's there to stay. I'm actually I'm considering not doing that. And using my inventory, that other thing, whatever it's called. Okay, so for a moment there I was thinking about using the storage buses, which are basically another one of those connections that knows how to interface with an inventory, and they actually can work very nicely with barrels, that you can set them to even understand to store item back inside the barrel and extract from it without any problems, in theory at least. But however, on the second thought, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go for what I plan to do and replace my barrel system entirely with my applied logistics system. And there is a reason why I want to do that. Most notably is because eventually I want to change everything to be applied logistics. So this entire sorting system will be replaced completely by applied logistics, and this is just another step in the way. I don't want to have any remnants of other things in the system when I do that. So let me quickly create that 64K data disk. Okay, so just made the last, the one 64K, the additional one. Simply gonna add it here. Right off the bat, there shouldn't be anything happening with it, but the moment this one gets full, it should start filling up this one. Alright, so let's quickly empty out my inventory for things that I don't need. So, the advanced processor, the piston, this. Actually, pistons, anything which I'm storing in my chests, for the time being, I'm going to keep storing in my chests. Other things I won't. So this goes away, I need this, and redstone signal. Alright, let's figure out the next step. Okay, so I turned off the system. Let's get started on doing stuff. So first, by the way, turning off the system, I meant I turned off my quarries, both my buildcraft and red power. Okay, so moving this filter away from here, this can officially change what's going on here. My chests are going crazy and my signs are gone. That's nice. Okay, this filter can now be changed to be either a transposer or actually nothing at all. I'm going to quickly see how that turns out to be. I'm going to need some ME cables, the export buses, the level emitters, and anything that requires filtering is actually unnecessary. I don't need to actually filter anything. However, let's get a sample of each item. So let's have a sample of gravel, sand, cobblestone, dirt, gravel, sand, cobblestone, dirt, sandstone, and coal. Let's have a sample of each. And I'm going to move this entire dispose system actually to my roof. So it's hidden away from sight, kind of. So it's no longer right in my face, it's kind of a little bit more hidden. And because it's so nicely connected to everything, I can just find any connection point that I want and simply connect it there. So let's connect it right here at the corner. And make this go up. Like this. Okay, and now let's see how I want to get this done. Say I want... There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different items that needs to be filtered out this way. Doing this in only one place will not work. Okay, let's do something like this. Let's have... all of those can be the actual redstone emitters. They don't have to be cables, so it can be looking like this. This is what's nice about it. So 6 of those, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And right here I'm going to have the export buses. Should I make them go up or make them go to the side? Let's make them go to the side. So those are the 6 export buses. Let's rotate them all to look properly. So redstone here and this here. Exactly the worst possible way to connect. Okay, I'm gonna see they have a problem. Simply connect it like this. This will work. And this is this is something I keep saying, and I'm gonna keep saying it a lot. This is the nice thing about applied logistics. Everything connected to the same system is the same system. So this is something you can very nicely work with. Now, obviously, those redstone torches make the level emitter not connect to the same facing way. This is why I just connected just a normal cable here at the corner, and everything works. Okay, so let's start defining them. So the first one is going to make sure that I have, let's go for 1,000 stacks. I'm not going to go for double 2,000, that's too much. If I have more than 6400 cobblestone, emit a redstone signal. The same for dirt, 6400. Same for sand and gravel and sandstone. And for coal, I'm gonna go for basically 10,000, a little bit more, because it's coal after all. It's a little bit more valuable, even though still 10,000 coal is ridiculous. Those amounts are crazy. I don't even have the remote plan to do anything with something like this. This is insane. Okay, so when this happens, those export buses will work on redstone. Now they have to be the respective things. So this is cobblestone. This is also cobblestone. It will work one stack at a time. This is dirt and this is dirt, so one stack at a time. Now the thing is, the way this works, if I have, say, 6401, yes, it's going to deplete an entire stack instead of one item, but doing this will make sure there is not so much fluctuation, because if I'm, say, getting 64 and 1 sand, and the export bus exporting only one at a time, then this is nice. I'm gonna exactly keep my 6400 number. But if suddenly I get a stack of sand, now this export bus is gonna have to repeat the process 64 times, and this is a little bit too much strain on the system, which I think can be avoided. And again, remember, those are kind of useless items which are not that important. If I have a little bit less than the expected amount, the damage isn't that high, so this is just not too big of a deal. So gravel, sandstone, yeah, I forget setting that properly. Okay, redstone active, no, actually need to be active with signal. Active with signal. And last, coal. There we go. All of those will be exporting into a relay. I have a 6 exactly, this is nice. Didn't plan for that. All of them will be facing the same way, say here, into each other. Actually, let's have the last one facing this way. And it will simply, I don't need the transposer in the system, it will simply throw its content into this and void stuff. And yeah, let's start pulling out of the barrels. So let's do the top row first. Actually, I can do all of them at the same time. I'm gonna need my gravity gun. I'm gonna need those export buses. Not export, import buses. So let's start importing. So connect each here. By default, they take only one at a time. I wanted to take a stack at a time. And just connect them to the network. And let's have 1, 2, and just connect it like this. Rotate those to be looking up. Make them pull also a stack at a time. And with my gravity gun, move those barrels over here. Great. Let's quickly get over the night and see how everything works. Okay, so obviously everything is being pulled here. The inventory should start to be, yeah, it looks fine. The moment I reach the critical number of 6400 of those items, or 10,000 specifically for the coal, let's see how it starts working out. This gets there very, very fast. Sandstone. How come sandstone gets filled up faster? Did I have some spare sandstone from someplace else? I can already hear things being destroyed, and I guess that's the cobblestone which reached the critical point. Yeah, you can see that already cobblestone is being getting rid of. So it's simply deploying the redstone into here. I think I may have some backlog issues with the current system since yeah, I may have some backlog. Oh no, it's actually fine. Okay, so already two things started working, so sandstone and cobblestone. And let's wait for something else. So obviously, since I'm now inputting so much at the same time, it's going to take some time to level itself out, but whenever it's just a normal mining operations with my red power quarry, it shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. This 64K storage so far is coping with the strain. It's kind of fluctuating, and I hear a lot of bloop noises. Yep, everything is working now. This is... yeah, it's slowly getting filled up. So it's kind of gonna slightly have a small backlog. But since with Applied Energy 6 there are no spillage, like it won't try to place an item and simply spill it out of the ground, you previously in the beginning of the episode, when it has no adjacent inventory, it doesn't do anything. So if it has no room, it just won't do anything, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. It's simply gonna have to wait. There will be a slight backlog. The moment it can, it will get rid of the required items, and it seems to be doing fine. Okay, let's wait for everything to deplete. It's gonna take a while. And actually, with that said, I can now move my ME interface from here to here and basically break all those tubes. They are not needed anymore. Obviously the barrels as well, the moment they finish being emptied. And yeah, just went one step forward towards taking over this. I'm taking this, you can clearly see I'm doing this one step at a time. I don't want to do this all at one go. Obviously I just ran out of quartz at the process, so I can't, if I need any more items, I can't really do that. But there you go, just got one step closer to taking over here. Okay, I quickly changed my mind. Instead of keeping 100 stacks, let's keep 1,000 stacks of each. So the bloop noises will stop for now. It's going to require more storage, but let's keep just a higher count. 100 stacks do seem a little bit too few to begin with, and instead of 10,000 coal, 100,000 coal. Yeah, that seems more reasonable to have. Also, since I'm waiting, one more thing that I added off screen. I just added one more row of 8 of those magmatic engines. I still am generating more lava than I'm using, so there is no reason not to do it. So just a little bit more boost to my quarries or everything else. This row of magmatic engines directly feed into the conduit network. They don't go into the batteries. So that's the only difference, because simply there is no room. I couldn't do it any other way. I could make them go from below, but then breaking them would be a pain because they would fall down to the water and it will be a mess. So this is easier, this is simpler, this is better. Okay, so this is starting to look better, but it's still going to take some time. So while I'm waiting for this to finish, this is something I wanted to do and simply wait because I wanted to replace my entire inventory system. There is a bee that is a mutation from the Stark bee. It's a very kind of complicated type of mutation, but it's eventual. I see a problem with my lava storage. What's the problem? Lately, I'm having so many issues with my lava. This is getting annoying. What's the problem? Yeah, they're all empty. Why are they empty? Because this is not working. Why is it not working? Because this is full when it shouldn't be. I actually added this filter here again, and it still has issues. I'm not sure. How can I... What's the... Like... This is really annoying. This is probably just basically not the way to do this, but Is there a way for me to keep mining and keep all of those filled up with netherrack, but whenever they don't need any netherrack, just stop the operation of mining? This is basically what I'm trying to achieve here, and I can't seem to be able to do that. Every time something goes wrong. Just can't find the right way to do this, and it's kind of annoying. Alright, was a slight deviation, but it's something that I simply had to fix before I'm doing anything else, because it's gonna have issues. Alright, so something that I want to do previously, which is, because applied energistics gives you a way to automate crafting, this is something I'm going to wait with. I wanted to actually create an automatic system to craft nether stars out of wither skeleton skulls with fabricators. But since I'm using applied energistics, this is gonna have to wait until I can actually start building crafting recipes, and it's gonna be automated there. So in the meantime, let's manually craft some nether stars. And the reason I want to do this is because extra bees adds something called a mutation alveary block, a mutator. And something that I've been looking into before, and actually did some research, this block can be placed as a part of an alveary. And what it does is that it can consume some items. I think soul sand and most of those kind of magical items. The exact list I do not recall, but it consumes all kind of things. And what it does, it simply increases the mutation chance. And the higher the item is, the more expensive the item is, the higher the chance is. And nether stars are the 100% mutation chance. So if you place another star within the mutator and you try to do some kind of mutation, you're gonna have a 100% chance of mutation. And this is kind of nice. So what I want to do is get some more nether stars. So at the moment I'm not gonna automate this, I'm gonna create this manually, but at least it will help me understand how to get this done properly in the future. So for each nether star, I'm going to need another nether star, which actually I do not have. I think I'm gonna have to kill... Yeah, I'm gonna be forced to kill the wither once more. Or will I? Yeah, I'm going to have to kill the wither once more. Well, it's done really quickly with my gear. So let's actually do that. Let's get some soul sand. This is actually something I did off screen the previous time, and I didn't realize how easy it was. This time I'm going to do this on screen and you'll see how easy it is. Let's quickly store stuff that I don't need, get whatever I do need, and you will see how quickly I can actually kill the wither with my current gear. Okay, so just made a whole new age, specifically actually age 70, dimension 70. I already ransacked the library, nothing in particular too interesting. I did get the hell biome, which I think is the actual nether. That in theory could be interesting, but anything else not too much. Okay, so actually let's get to killing the nether. I'm using the Sword of the Zephyr, with the following things: the Sharpness 5, Orpal 3, Looting 2 and Repair 2, with the full Graviton gear, and I can pretty much take him in 10 hits. This is what happened last time, and this is why I wasn't even expecting it. It went way too fast. Okay, so he's gonna get his regeneration on, he's gonna make some noises, he's going to explode, and then he's going to die. Where is he? You see, that's the damage that I'm doing to him. This is kind of insane. I don't know if it's intended or not, it feels a little bit too much. Even though I do have a really good gear, this is like a little bit too much. Alright, so this age is pretty much disposable. Got my library, got the nether star, got my linking book. Let's get back and get rid of the book to save some room. And there we go. Okay, also now that I got back here, you can see that all but the barrel's finished, so finally it's completely clear. This 64k is full, this 64k is half full, but it's now slowly getting emptied for all the excess cobblestone and everything else that got in here. Basically only cobblestone is the excess material that I have too much of. Yeah, it's getting rid of slowly. Let's actually quickly rearrange it so it looks nicer. Okay, so this is how my new storage room looks like. No more barrels, no more ugly things. And later I'm gonna turn on the quarries again, but for now I just wanna end the episode by creating my nether stars. So let's do that. Let's quickly store the barrel upgrades. I have 27 of those because I'm not using them anymore, at least not yet. And I can also get rid of these things. Okay, so to create another star, the recipe is a diamond, 3 skulls, and 3 glowing water. Now glowing water, that's my actual gripe here, which is a condensed splash serum and 3 glowstone. And this requires gunpowder, basically valorant powder, glowstone, gunpowder, and nether wart. And this is just a vial with water. How do you create an empty vial? Just glass panes. Okay. This is relatively easy to craft. Actually made most of those before. Let's see, let's just see how many can I craft. Okay, so 30. Let's go for 30 of those. So 30 of those means I think 10 eventually. Let's quickly get them filled up. Okay, now for glowstone I don't really have that much, so what I'm going to do, is leave... yeah, actually I'm going to need a lot of glowstone to craft those. Each one requires 3, and that's basically 4. So 4 glowstone per one of those, or 12 glowstone per nether star. That's actually a lot. Okay, let's just craft 2 of them then. Going to start automating glowstone at some point, very soon most likely. But let's start with this then. Okay, so I got some nether wart, some glowstone, some gunpowder, and we can start crafting it. So I'm gonna need 6 of those, which means 6 of those, which means 6 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 of those. And now to create this, I'm gonna need 6 wither skeleton skulls, 2 diamonds, and my tome of Alcahest, and the result will be 3 nether stars from my current 1. So 2 diamonds. I'm gonna need skeleton skulls, of course. Let's just snatch some for my trap here. And I'm reluctant to use my glowstone because it's actually relatively useful in applied energistics. Use it quite a bit, so yeah. Now the thing is about the Tome of Alcahest thingy is that I still need 3 skulls to get 1 nether star. So it's not a cheap way, it's just a faster way, because to be honest I can kill the wither very fast with my current gear. You just saw that on camera. And I still have to pay a diamond each time and glowstone and everything else. This is just a shortcut to make things faster if you can afford it. So I think it's relatively balanced. I'm going to need the tome itself. And this is 1. And this is... what am I missing? Why is it refusing to be nice? And this is 2. Alright. So again, 3 sets of 3 skeleton skulls got me 3 nether stars, like it should. It cost me just 2 diamonds and those weird vials, which are kind of annoying to make. So I think it's a balanced way to start getting nether stars. Now, of course, to automate this is a whole other story, which is something I'm going to take care of in the future. But yeah. Alright, so my inventory system is fully turned into applied energistics. The next step will be basically to turn the entire processing unit to applied energistics, but that's something that's going to have to wait. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.